In this video, we'll talk about priority blocking queue. Java priority blocking queue class is a concurrent blocking queue data structure implementation in which objects are processed based on their priority. The blocking part of the name is added to imply the thread will block until there is an item available on the queue. In a priority blocking queue, the elements are ordered as per their natural ordering or based on custom comparators applied at the time of creation. Priority blocking queue features. A priority queue is unbounded but has an internal capacity governing the size of an array used to store the elements on the queue. It's always at least as large as the queue size. As elements are added to a priority queue, its capacity grows automatically. The default initial capacity is 11, which can be overridden using initial capacity parameters and appropriate constructor. The objects of the priority queue are ordered by default in natural order. It does not permit null elements. It does not permit insertion of non-comparable objects. Priority blocking queue is thread safe. Priority blocking queue class and its iterator implements all of the optional methods of the collection and iterator interfaces. Priority blocking queue example. We will be implementing a producer-consumer example with priority blocking queue. We'll be creating two runnable, one for the producer, another for consumer. We'll be creating an array of string names, and producer will put them in the queue. Consumer will be taking names from the queue as per their natural ordering using take. Both put and takes are blocking, so if the queue is empty, the thread will be blocked, and similarly, if the queue is full, put will be blocked. Now let's implement this example in IntelliJ. So let's click on the com.modernjava.threading, create new Java class, and the class name is priority blocking queue. Example. So in this example, we'll be creating a array of names and we'll be putting back into the priority queue, and priority queue will sort them on the basis of the natural order, and we'll be creating a consumer. So on the consumer, you will receive all those names in the sorted order. So to do that, first let's create public static void main psvm and create a string of names. The string array names is equal to, let's say first name is Mike, second name is Sayed, third name is Jean, fourth name is Jenny, then Rajiv, then Henry. Now let's create an instance of priority blocking queue. So priority blocking queue, let's call it queue, is equal to new priority blocking queue. And this priority blocking queue is of type string. Let's create our producer. So runnable producer and inside this for, we'll be going through a for loop for string names and we'll be putting those messages in the queue. For string name, let's call this names, and names queue dot put name. So we'll go in the loop and we'll put these names in the queue. Put semicolon over here. That's all for the producer. Now let's implement the consumer. Runnable consumer is equal to and this consumer will go in the infinite loop while true, and what we'll do is that we will directly print out the value from the take. So let's do south and q.take. So we'll take the value and we'll print out on the console. So I'm going to try catch. Now executor service. Executor service is equal to new is equal to executors dot new fix thread pool of 2, as we have 2 threads. Now executor service dot submit producer and executor service dot submit consumer and executor service dot shutdown. Now let's run this example. So you can see that it put the messages in the queue in the order of Mike, Syed, Jean, Jenny, Rajiv, and Henry, but they are on the consumer side. They are sorted in the natural order, which is Henry, Jean, Jenny, Mike, Rajiv, and Syed.